Hello teachers, I hope you had a great summer. It's time to get back to work. We're going to have an orientation in another week. We sent you a packet in the mail with the documents you're going to need for our first orientation. We're going to try something new this year called flipped classroom. And we're going to try to start it right now with the orientation. So I want to give you what you're expected to know for orientation day. Okay? And then when you come to school that first day, we're going to discuss everything. If you have any questions, we'll discuss it. I know every year we get blindsided with new responsibilities on our plate. So hopefully this year we can discuss it at the meeting. So first thing we're going to discuss that morning from 8:30 to 11:30, we're going to discuss the bell schedule. It's brand new. It's a new bell schedule, different from last year. So make sure you look over that. If there's any concerns, we'll discuss it at the meeting. The next thing we're going to discuss is the district calendar. There are some different holidays. Some holidays have been taken away. So make sure you look over that so you can plan accordingly for the school year. The next thing we'll talk about will be the attendance for teachers. All right? This will go over illness, duty coverage, ASOP, which is the substitute system. Also staff development, the rules for staff development. So make sure you look over that paper. If you have any concerns, we'll talk about it at the orientation. The next thing we'll talk about is the eligibility calendar. This is very important for coaches and other UIL events. If we do not follow this calendar, we can be penalized as a school. So make sure you follow the calendar. It's in your packet. Make sure you look over it. If you don't understand how to read it, ask us at orientation. We'll be more than happy to help you. The last thing for the morning session will be the dress code. Every year the dress code changes. So make sure you read over the dress code. If you have any concerns or questions, we can talk about it at the orientation. Now for the afternoon session, which will be 1 o'clock to 4:30, we're going to discuss the PDOS training, especially for you new teachers. You need to know when to turn certain things in. Also the walkthrough schedules are on there. So make sure you look over that very carefully. The next thing we'll talk about is the audit form for the walkthroughs. It's a completely different form from last year. So every teacher is going to want to look at it. I know there's going to be a lot of questions on this. So make sure you take notes and write your questions down for orientation day. The next thing we're going to discuss, we sent an article out in your packet that talks about helping the student with ADHD in the classroom. We have many kids like this on campus. We need to make sure we can help them out as much as we can. Very good article. We're going to have a discussion group on this. So make sure you look over that. The next thing we're going to discuss is an article called Tips for Working with Parents from Poverty. I know a lot of us, we need to work on this better in order to reach those kids from poverty and the parents. So make sure you read over this article. Also, there'll be a group discussion on that. And then the last thing we'll talk about is something new this year, which is called the Energy Conservation and Building Management. The school district's trying to save money. So we're going to try every way possible to save money by conserving energy on campus. Every school is going to be held accountable for this.